Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On second down, it's Drake. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
30. Hey, 20. Tiger.
To throw is Tannehill, eluding the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Tate. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. This is the newest member of the Lion backfield, LeGarrette Blount. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The tackle that time by William Hayes.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Tag 32.
They'll run it here with Blount. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards there for number 15.
Here we go, here we go. Stay 50.
That will carry for Blount. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
Hey, middle. Like 7.
On first down, Stafford here. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Blount. Down right around the 25. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
40 got.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, 20. Play. Zebra.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Hey, Hey, 20, 20, 20, 20.
On first down, Drake. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally,
20, 20.
creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. They'll buy some time right. They find some open field here. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Zebra. Hey, 20, 20, 20, 20. Hey, 20, 20, 20, 20. Hey.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill being chased out left. And some room to work. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Tiger.
Tannehill hands to Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Get set. Zebra. Here we go, Tiger. Hip.
3rd and 2, Tannehill steps away to his left. And he finds Stills complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Drake off the give from Tannehill. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Tiger. Hip.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Tannehill on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. He may try. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Lion off. Now as they get ready to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to the air, Stafford on second down. Out to the flat for Reddick. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
All right, boys, here we go.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Middle.
Throwing again. Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's got room. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Target. Hey, 20. Hey. Hip. Go.
The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
On the ball. Trips right. Back 53. Back 53. 180. 21. Jumbo.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Flush to his right. And fights him off. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's taken on the 25. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Play action. It's Tannehill rolling to his right. And some room to roam now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
20.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So here come the Lions now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not. Been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. Down low. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
53. 3.
Stafford on third down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Zebra. Good stuff. 30. Here you go, Tiger.
Tannehill on first down. Dancing to his left. And this is incomplete. The former Pro Bowler Glover Quinn there making the play.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the give, this is Drake. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Tiger. Here you go, right here. Hip.
Now Tannehill. And Stills over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a handoff for Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Go get set.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Play. 4 down. Here you go, Tiger. Good stuff. Zebra. Run.
Tannehill. He goes underneath the Drake. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. All right, here we go, here we go. Jack, 53. Big 20 guy.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
All right, here we go, here we go. Stay 50, stay 50. 53.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
All right, here we go, here we go. Tag 53. Hey, alert it, tag 53.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, tag 53.
Johnson on the counter. And down inside the 15 he goes. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now a toss play to Blunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The Lions on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Lions on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Tag 50. Like. Double.
He's back to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Tag 53, ready. Set, 180. Hey, go here.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The rookie Minkah Fitzpatrick with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll run with Drake. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You loved
did.
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Dolphins, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis.